also called the gag, and will often be called the gag if someone says that. That's this building. Yeah. One of my friends will be shadowing me because they're not used to giving tours, so don't mind him. My name is Arden. I'll be your main tour guide for today. I'm only sitting up here because I know it's clean because I cleaned it myself. This here is one of our torches. If you play more here today, you'll get to use one of these hands-on. These things can get up to 4,000 degrees Fahrenheit. This little thing, 4,000 degrees. You can only imagine the amount of burns I've gotten from this thing. The answer is a lot. But overall, we have a lot of safety protocols in place to make sure that everyone is as safe as they can be. We have burn kits everywhere. So if you follow me on this way, I can show you one of my favorites because everything in here is my favorite. Wait, here. This is a plasma center, all made in-house. So from the tubing to the very table that it's sitting on, you can see what height the vacuum mag is at this exact moment. This is where we fill our neon and our plasma. Neon has two different electrons at different ends. The electricity flows through it to the other end, which is why they're so bright. It is a direct path from one to the other. Plasma is more dim because it's only one electrode filling an entire space. So it is filled with different chemicals like xenon, neon, argon. Now all of the noble gases make different colors. Out front, you can even see one of our pieces that's currently on a display. Has many different colors. One of those being green due to the fiberglass that's inside of it. Sorry, I can only hear my voice for so long. Anyway. This is another example of one of our torches. You can see it better in this instance. The giant hole in the center here is where we excel our gases. It's off, so I'm turning it. But out of that center flame flows natural gases. Outside of the other ones, more natural gas or pure oxygen. Does anyone know how we get color in glass? Well, you're about to. Well, clear glass like this is made out of silica, soda lime, bunch of other things. But the color here is made with different metal oxides. This one is made with different forms of cadmium. So we call these cadmium colors or crayon colors. They really, really like to boil due to the cadmium. An example of this is right here. You can see the different bubbles on the surface here from the damage from heat. It really likes to bubble. Feel free to pass this. Be sure to pass it to my friend back in there once you're done. Once everyone's done looking. You can actually see more examples of our colors. These ones are made as you can see, it affects the color. These ones here have silver in them. That's why they're different colors. Silver here affects the shade depending on the heat. All this is dependent on different heats. It affects quite a lot. These are layers. You can only imagine how difficult it is to hold up glass so that holding it and twisting it and moving it. Your arm gets really tired. Especially those really big, these here are called doesn't look like it's going to shatter my hand. You can see the stress. Get a nice look at this. Photos are put around, by the way. You don't have to ask. Do I have any questions so far? All right. Fascinating, isn't it?
Very cool.
I love the periscope. Anyway.
Got the left. Thank you. Yeah. Pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's sandblasted.
Yeah. Nice. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah. We're going in there. I guess we're going, come on, we gotta keep up,
It's
right?
alright.
It's,
Nice in such a large crowd. Sorry, bigger than normal. I won't take it too long, I promise. So this is our room where we're gonna work with the with different pieces of glass and use glass. Think of stained glass, for example. You take multiple pieces, put them together. Right in here, you are told to fuse the glass together or make the occasional stained glass piece. But the main thing that I know this place for is our use of molds. One example is down here to the bottom. Someone would have put something in a mold and then put glass inside that mold. You can see the different house of the mold right there or there. Another thing that we do that really intrigues me is this piece right here. This was made out of glass first. So they made the pattern out of glass, then put a mold around it. They made a mold around it, then melted the wax to remove it and filled it with glass. That's the only way they could have done that. This is another example right here. They took this piece here. They coated it in plaster, made a plaster mold, and then used it multiple times over in this piece here. This is pure glass. It has a unique texture if anyone wants it to feel it. But I'm not handing this off to anyone. For obvious reasons.
Yeah.
I found the little Buddhas.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was made out of this little mold here.
Nice. Yeah.
So that was used multiple times to
Right.
get to the pattern.
Oh.
You can also use a 3D printer to make a base for the mold, as that one was right there. You can still see the lines that the 3D printer made to begin with. Any questions? That concludes our tour. Feel free to head back at your own pace. It's just a straight line back into the door.
what those are over there. That's his flat stock, I think. You know?
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Glass and then hold it down to the shape that we might get. But this stuff is
The board.
Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah.
different chemicals and combinations are used to make one type of glass versus another, and they expand and contrast differently, so you can't
Hey, what is this thing? Pumpkin hair, huh? Where's the teacher? She's in there, so she said we can just go back.
We just make our way.
We just gotta go all the way back. Okay. You wanna walk around a little bit here? Cool. Yeah? It's a dragon. It's a dragon. I think that's it. We're coming through. Yeah. Hold on. There's all the things out.
Which way? I
What
told
would you
him
show?
a teeny peep.
For a beautiful corner roses.
Oh my gosh, isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
She's really good at it.
Taste is
Yeah.
underselling yourself. That's really good.
but then the thing